What's going on, everybody? Today I want to test Aegon out in a shorter questing situation. So I've opened up the variant difficulty of Ultron's Assault here. We're going to jump into Chapter 1, Quest number 2. This is the chapter where you could only bring skill and mutant champions. So I have just a pure Aegon plus attack synergy going here. I've got 4 of these 6% attack synergies, so 24% in total. And I'm also running the Suicide Mastery, so this is about as much damage as you could expect to get with Aegon in a short-term questing situation. I think there's a better team that you can get if you had all of the classes available to you, but with these classes, this is a pure damage build that I'm running with here. All right, so we got a potion over here, so let's go left side. We've got Burden of Might. And we've also got Dulled. Okay, so nothing too serious. This should not be a problem for Aegon. Should be a good way to kind of test his damage potential. I think his damage potential is great in a super long quest like Labyrinth of Legends or something like that, but in a short quest, we'll have to see. This will be a good test for it, I believe. So, I think he's a good suicide champion, because he can actually shrug off the debuffs once you get to a 5-hit combo, and it's a little bit more consistent as you build up your combo. So initially I might not really be shrugging them off too quickly, but as the quest goes on, hopefully I will be able to shrug them off pretty quickly. You can see I'm not even really landing a critical hit here, and that's because while you have no combo, well, you also don't really have any crit chance, so it takes a little bit of time to build up. Taking quite a bit of damage from this guy too, actually. That's not good. Might have to burn some potions. This is one downside about a champion like this. There's no real healing, so I think actually running him with Heimdall and the healing synergy could be really good. But you know, again, this quest kind of limited on the class types that I could bring in. Still not really landing any critical hits. I can't remember if Red Skull has... He might have some crit resistance. Oh, there we go. Finally got a crit, and I did remove the poison. So there we go. I think Burden of Might also is affecting my chance to crit now that I think about it. I can't remember exactly how that node works. Probably should have read it a little bit better, but... yeah, you can see my crit chance here is pretty low. Normally with Aegon, like once you get a little bit of a combo going, you start to crit a lot. Maybe now that my power's gone up, we'll see. But yeah, Aegon, he's pretty weak initially before you get a combo going, so it's going to be tough to run this guy in something like Alliance Wars, but, you know, not every champion has to be an Alliance War champion. So, yeah. Red Skull is also, like, the tankiest champion available when he has those 10 armor-ups, and there's no way for me to get rid of those armor-ups. So, after this fight, things should be better, but we'll see. One thing I'm really not a fan of when it comes to Aegon is the double kick second medium, the ending combo medium attack that he has. Kind of reminds me of like Yoshi from Super Smash Bros. Actually, but anyway, not a fan of it. I really prefer playing champions that don't have any type of double hit like that. And when it's at the end of the combo, that is the worst for me. If it's at the start, you can kind of deal with it. At the end of it, it's a bit annoying. I'll do an ending light combo here just to show that what that looks like, and that's fine. Could always go with that if you're like me and you really hate that double combo. Alright, this is a very long fight. I really hope I don't get hit here, because then all of this work, all of this build-up will be gone, and I won't be able to carry over any of my combo to the next fight. So let's really hope that does not happen. Trying to play it safe here. Alright, you can see my crits are starting to get up there. Okay, so 170 hit combo. I should carry over 65% of this. I noticed the combo thing is a little bit weird too. So let me see. Let's see what 65% of 170. That's 110.5. But I think I'm only going to carry over like 109 or something. It's a little bit weird. There must be something in the coding to yeah, 109 is what I'm actually carrying over. So I don't know, I guess there's something in the coding that kind of subtracts 1 or something, it seems. But anyway, so I'm starting out this next fight with some pretty sweet bonuses. 5-hit combo, so 40% chance to shrug off 1 debuff. The 10-hit is critical damage rating is increased for each hit in the combo meter, which that's pretty awesome right there. I don't know if there's a cap on that. I don't think there is. 20% or 20 hits is when the opponent evades, Aegon activates a combo shield for 5 seconds and has 45% chance to become unstoppable, which is pretty good. 30 hit is Aegon can strike with critical hits even while the opponent is blocking. 50 hits, charging a heavy attack grants Aegon 1 second of unstoppable. Cannot be activated while his heavy ability is on cooldown. 75 hits, opponents have a lot less block proficiency. It's a little bit deceiving here. I think there was a change where I think it was able to go into the negatives initially, but I think it's been adjusted now so that you only reduce the opponent's block by 85% of whatever they have. So they cannot be pushed to the negatives. I kind of wish that it could be pushed to the negatives because I think that would be a really interesting way to play a champion if you're kind of focused on hitting into their blocks. That way you're giving them a lot less power, but seems to be not exactly what Kabam wants to do with Aegon here. 100 hits, critical hits have a 100% chance to shrug off 1 debuff. So that, we should see my suicides get shrugged off pretty quickly here. Alright, let's wait till I get up in the some other combos going before we check out the rest of those. So this is still just Burden of Might. Okay, let's go in here. I took a lot of damage that fight. I mean, I am only a 4-star after all, so I don't know if that's necessarily Aegon's fault. This is a variant difficulty. You can see those the suicides got shrugged off nearly immediately there because my crit chance is very high and it is 100% chance at this point. So yeah, I am taking a lot of damage from these guys. I think this champion would be really fun to have as a 5-star. I don't even know if he's all that useful. It's it's actually kind of hard to tell with this guy. Like I said, I think he's going to be great in super long quests like Labyrinth of Legends, and I think he's going to be okay in other quests. I mean, his damage here you can see is like actually pretty good. This hood's going down pretty quickly. He's also got a pretty crazy special 3. I did a different quest in here where a lot of people use Gambit for that initial quest with Power Reserve. Well, I did that quest with Aegon. The footage was kind of boring though, to be honest. It was just me cycling my special 3 over and over and over again. And honestly, Gambit would have just been a better way to go anyway. So it wasn't anything too special. But okay, so those crits starting to hit pretty hard. I actually have 0 points in Assassin right now, so there's no extra damage at the end of their life. That fight was pretty quick. All right, moving on. We got a Rhino. We got some class advantage, even though this dude's pretty tanky. I now have 148 hits in my persistent combo meter because you don't replace the combo. You just keep adding on to it with his signature ability. So it's 65% of whatever combo you end a fight with. That is what's carried over. All right, so let's see. So 150 hits, critical hits grant 0.75 seconds of true accuracy, allowing him to ignore auto block, and all evade effects. This stacks up to 3 times. 200 hits, critical hits ignore 100% of the opponent's physical resistance. Would have been nice to have that before I got to Rhino, but I'm probably not going to activate that in this fight, or maybe I will at the very end of it. And then 300 hits, critical hits grant a Fury buff, increasing attack. So, alright, the 300 hit mark, that's what we really need to get up to really see Aegon's damage potential. We'll see if we get there by the end of this quest. I don't know. It was kind of good that we started... Oh, look at that, man. Shrug off those suicides immediately. It was kind of good... that you know, that first fight took so many hits in a way, and allowed me to become a bit stronger here in this quest. So I think it's just fun. I think it's a fun. I'm hitting through the block pretty hard there too. I don't know if that's the correct values of hitting through the block, because again, I think it's according to Kabam, that's gonna get. It's only supposed to be 85% of their block proficiency. But anyway, like I was saying, it's actually pretty fun playing this guy, even if the fights aren't as fast as, like, the initial fights aren't as fast as certain champions. It's just fun knowing that you're taking some of this damage into future fights. And I don't always like persistent charge type characters. In fact, I'm known to kind of dislike most of them. I think Venom the Duck is one exception to that I really enjoy. Venom the Duck, the way that you build him up, I think is really fun. You get to customize the buffs for him. I think that's what makes him fun. But Aegon here, I actually like Aegon too. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's it's one of those things where, you know, I don't know how often I would use him if I had him, but he's kind of fun. All right, let's see if I really don't want to heal if I can help it. So let's see if I can get through this fight without healing. And again, I have suicides on. The damage without suicides for this champion are considerable. It's like it's really a lot less. He doesn't really have too many ways to modify his attack. There is one strategy where in his base abilities, if you hold block, you get kind of a combo shield, and it will also increase. And if you get hit, you gain a lot of Furies, but that's a very risky way of playing. Let me actually get a special 3 going in here. It's a super long stun on this. You're gonna see it's like an 8-second stun. But yeah, you can boost your attack throughout the fight with that heavy attack method. But you know, it says that you only take 5% of your health as damage, but really it's like 5% every hit. So. Yeah, I don't know. Uh-oh, please don't use special 3. Oh, killed me anyway. Okay, so now here's one of the downsides of Aegon. Because he killed me, I had a 58 combo going. I gain none of that. Really hoping to carry that through to the next fight, but I actually gain none of that here. So, alright, let's go ahead and pop a 20% revive. And I'll give him a few potions this time. Just bring him up to right above 50%. So yeah, I mean that's the really unfortunate part. If you even get hit through a fight or anything like that, or wait a minute, did I gain into that combo? I'm at 214 now. Oh, I'll have to go back and check that. I feel like I did gain some combo. Wait a minute. I don't even know. I'll have to go back and check that. I honestly can't remember what I was at before that, but I feel like I was not that high. I don't know. Anyway, it does feel like you have to play pretty perfectly when using Aegon, though, which, you know, it's fun. Again, I like that aspect to the champion, where he does require that you to really perform to get the most out of him. It's just, it's not the type of champion that I would use in like a high pressure situation like Alliance Wars, most likely. So, but I do think he'd be really fun to play in. I don't know what abilities this guy has. Oh, okay, Cyclops. I do think he'd be really fun to take into like Labyrinth of Legends or something. Oh, I wonder if it's because I had like a combo shield. That because I died, that maybe I kept my combo. What do you think about it? I don't know. Alright, anyway, let's get a special 3 going here again. Running the suicide, so unfortunately I can't really use my first 2 specials, otherwise I'm going to take a lot of damage from recoil. The first special is pretty meh anyway. It's a good way to build up your combo because it's multi-hit. Other than that, I didn't really see too much benefit in it. The special 2 actually deals pretty decent damage. It has like a nice little bleed at the end of it, so special 2 is actually decent, but this guy's a robot anyway, so the bleed, what do I care about the bleed, you know? I also kind of wish that this guy had some kind of defensive bonus to his combo too. It might be a little bit broken if he did, so I understand why it's not there. But you know, a champion like what's her name, Morningstar, when you build up her charges, it also makes you like a defensive tank and everything, and you could really keep those fights going once you have that combo meter built up. But with Aegon here, yeah, it becomes a little bit harder to do that. See if I can end this fight with a special 2 just to show the animation. Alright, there we go. Stab this Ultron drone right in his metal heart, I guess. I don't know. Alright, so 108 hits. I'll carry over close to 70. Add that to the combo meter. So, alright, we should be getting the Furies. I think I was actually getting the Furies that last fight, but I didn't pay attention to it. Alright, so let's give this guy a few more potions. Kind of draining my potion stash to do this testing. Alright, so I'm at 284. It's a little bit hard to see the actual combo meter there. Alright, let's go a little bit over 50%. I have 1 point in courage as well, so getting a little bit of that damage. Okay, if I remember correctly, I think this Ultron drone has evasion, but I've got true accuracy with Aegon, so we'll have to see how this plays out. Doesn't seem to be evading on me. Looks like that true accuracy. It's not guaranteed every single time either. It's I think it's like the next hit after a critical hit has true accuracy or something like that. It's a little bit weird, but pretty good, you know. And I am getting those Furies now, so that's also pretty awesome. Damage output is up there. Ooh. Actually, oh, the Furies are actually hurting me in this quest. I just realized, because this node has Dold on it, so I'm gaining damage on my regular hits, but I'm reducing my crit chance because of those Furies. Okay, so a little bit of an odd scenario with this Dold node. That's not a normal thing. This next fight, I don't think the next fight has Dold, so we'll get to see. Get to take a look at that. Alright, another 51 hits, so 65% of that. Add that to the combo meter. We've got 2 fights left. Let's see what nodes this global one has. And once again, I will say, keep in mind, I am running Suicide Masteries. I think, you know, buffing this guy's base attack is crucial. Buffing his crit and crit damage is going to do like nothing for him. He already kind of infinitely scales those things on his own. You really just need a way to increase his attack, and that's why Suicides are so good for him. But okay, okay, so that doesn't matter. Okay, there's no Dold here. Let's see what we can do against this Ultron drone. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to make it to the 500 or 1,000 bonus here. We could take a look at those after this fight, but yeah, this is probably it for me here. Got some pretty beefy hits against this guy. I don't remember what his abilities are. Oh, okay, it's just that. Okay, not too bad. Avoid that pretty easy. And I really enjoy Aegon's animations too. You can tell like the shield that he has, the color changes on it. I think even the glow on his fist changes at his end screen. I can't tell if that's just in my mind or not. But yeah, certain things change about him. I think his belt, when he first starts out and has no combos to it, it has just like no effects going to it. But now that I've kind of built him up a little bit, he's got like these red sparks shooting out of him and everything. It's pretty sweet. Alright, so 332 hit combo. This enemy has 226,000 HP, so it's a pretty beefy Ultron drone. We'll take a look at these next few combo breakpoints. So 500 hits. I don't think I'm going to get to that. Critical hits cause opponents to suffer minus 100% reduced defensive ability accuracy for Aegon's next hit. That's really good. 750 hits, critical hits grant 1.5 seconds of unstoppable and combo shield. This stacks up to 3 times. And 1,000 hits, critical hits cause Aegon's next hit to be unblockable. Yeah, so really powerful effects there, but I'm not going to get to it in this quest. I would absolutely love to run this guy as a 565 through something like Labyrinth of Legends. I think it'd be so much fun. Okay, let's heal up. Let's pop 3 of these guys. Hopefully that's enough to get through this fight without trouble. 226,000 HP. What nodes does this guy have? He's got recovery, pilfer. While the defender has a regen buff active, they gain plus 65% attack rating, and their attacks become unblockable. Okay. Well, let's give it a shot. Let's see how this goes. I think this guy works really well against high. Oh wow. Okay, I thought I was gonna get clipped there. I think this guy works against really well against high armor enemies too. I don't know if these Ultron drones have high armor or not, but you know, anytime you're landing critical hits this much, man, even that damage to the block is really good right there. But anytime you're landing critical hits, even against high armor enemies, it's, you know, you just cut right through that high armor. Alright, so I'm only 34 hits in, and this guy's he's dropping pretty quick. I'll try to do the combo meter thing in this fight since it's the last fight. I'm not gonna, you know, if I lose some life doing it, it's okay. So yeah, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here in a second. Let's just do it right now. So hold heavy. Alright, so I took that damage. Let's hit him with a special 3, and my damage after this should be pretty extreme, I think. He's going to be stunned for like 8 seconds. And I've got a lot of Furies. I mean, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Hit him with a special 1. Check out that animation. Doesn't really do a whole lot of damage. So yeah, that was that's pretty effective. And just like that, 74 hits later, Ultron drone is down. So Aegon, man, I don't know what to say, guys. He's really fun. He's actually really fun to play. I think he's best used with suicides. I can't stress that enough. Without suicides, the damage felt you know, it was okay, but you really start to see his potential when you're running suicides because you're able to shrug off those debuffs on your critical hits. I think he's great with suicide masteries. Now, as much as I say he's really fun and everything, I think if you're looking for a new Alliance War attacker, this guy, I don't know. I don't think he's the option for that. But not every champion needs to be an Alliance War attacker. He's super fun to play in longer quests. Wish I had him as a 565 so I could run him through Labyrinth of Legends. And I guess that's all I could really say about this guy without further testing. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.